Long ago, in the kingdom of Lyria, there lived a curious young princess named Saraphina. Unlike other princesses who loved gowns and jewels, Saraphina spent her nights gazing at the stars. She often wondered, do stars keep secrets? One chilly night, while looking through her golden telescope from the castle tower, Saraphina noticed something strange. A single star was twinkling brighter than all the rest, and it seemed to be moving. The star shot across the sky, leaving a silver trail, and then it fell into the dark wood forest. Filled with wonder, Saraphina knew she had to find it. She wrapped herself in her cloak, sneaked past the guards, and rode her white horse Lumos into the forest. The forest was mysterious, with glowing mushrooms and whispering trees. Strange shadows followed her, and she could hear a soft humming, like the sound of magic. At last, Saraphina found the star. It wasn't just a star, but a glowing crystal orb that floated above a stone pedestal. As she reached out, a voice echoed, "Only the pure of heart may awaken my power." Saraphina gently touched it, and suddenly the orb burst into light, transforming into a tiny star spirit with shimmering wings. The spirit introduced itself as Asterion, guardian of the skies. Long ago, an evil sorcerer tried to steal his light to plunge the world into eternal darkness. To protect himself, Asterion fell to earth and hid. But now the sorcerer had returned. If he captured Asterion, he would control the night sky forever. "Princess," Asterion whispered, "only your courage can help me return to the heavens." Suddenly, dark smoke curled through the trees. From it emerged the sorcerer Malvorn, with glowing red eyes and a staff made of obsidian. "Give me the star, girl," he thundered. Saraphina stood tall. "I will never let you take the light from the world." A battle began. Malvorn cast shadows that slithered like snakes, but Saraphina remembered her mother's words, "A true princess shines brightest in the darkest hour." She lifted the star spirit high, and together they released a blast of pure starlight, scattering the shadows and breaking Malvorn's staff into dust. The sorcerer vanished, defeated. The forest lit up with thousands of tiny fireflies, as if celebrating. Asterion thanked Saraphina and rose back into the sky, becoming a radiant new star. "Whenever you look up, I will be there guarding the night. And you, Princess Saraphina, will forever be known as the Keeper of the Star." That night, the people of Lyria saw a new star shining brighter than any other, and they told stories of their brave princess who saved the sky. And from then on, Saraphina never just looked at the stars. She knew their secrets. True courage isn't about strength, it's about protecting the light, even when the darkness tries to take it away. One frosty morning, Arendelle was peaceful until the sky lit up with a strange silver glow. A trail of sparkling frost stretched across the horizon, pointing toward the distant Silver Mountain, a place no one dared to go. Elsa felt a pull in her heart. "Anna, that glow, it's calling me. I think magic is in danger." Anna's eyes lit up. "Then let's follow it." "Every adventure starts with a mystery," Olaf bounced happily. "Ooh, does this mean snacks on the way?" "Because I packed marshmallows." Kristoff hitched Sven to the sleigh. "Looks like we're headed for another snowy quest." As they traveled, the air grew colder, even for Elsa. The trees sparkled with silver ice, and strange snowflakes shaped like stars floated down. Suddenly, a pack of frost foxes with glowing eyes leapt out of the snow. Anna bravely swung her lantern, while Elsa created a protective ice wall. With teamwork, they gently calmed the foxes, who turned out to be enchanted guardians. "They're not dangerous," Elsa realized. "They're trying to warn us." The foxes dashed off toward the peak of the mountain, so the friends followed. At the top, inside a glittering cave, stood a giant crystal pulsing with light, the frozen heart of Silver Mountain. But it was cracking apart. Beside it was a mysterious figure, a shadow queen of ice, with hair as dark as night and eyes as cold as stars. "You cannot stop me," she hissed. "Once this crystal shatters, I will steal its magic and cover the world in endless frost." Elsa stepped forward. "Magic was never meant to be taken by force." Anna held Elsa's hand. "And you'll never win when sisters stand together." The battle of frost and light. The Shadow Queen raised her staff, sending a storm of sharp icicles. Elsa spun a shield of ice, while Anna darted forward, distracting the queen. Olaf rolled into a snowball to trip her, and Kristoff blocked her icy blasts with Sven's strength. Elsa and Anna then combined their powers, Elsa's icy magic with Anna's warmth of heart. Their bond created a dazzling blizzard of light and snow that surrounded the queen. With a cry, the Shadow Queen vanished into the ice, defeated. The crystal slowly healed, glowing brighter than ever. The mountain released a shower of sparkling snow that drifted gently back to Arendelle. Olaf spun in circles. "Woohoo! Best snow shower ever!" Kristoff smiled. "You two saved not just Arendelle, but the world." Elsa hugged Anna. "No magic is stronger than a sister's love." Anna grinned. "And no adventure is complete without marshmallows." Together, they returned home under the silver glow of the mountain, their hearts full of courage and joy, ready for whatever mystery awaited next. Deep in the heart of the ocean, where the sunlight turned into silver ripples, lived Luma, a tiny mermaid no bigger than a seashell. Unlike the other mermaids, who were graceful and tall, Luma was small and curious. She dreamed of seeing the sparkling reef, a secret place spoken of only in whispers, said to glow with rainbow light and guard treasures of the sea. One moonlit night, while listening to the seashell echoes, Luma heard a mysterious voice. "The reef awakens when the stars fall. Follow the silver tide." Determined, Luma packed her pearl satchel and swam off. As she traveled, Luma faced mysterious challenges. The whistling caves, dark tunnels where echoes tricked travelers. Shadows danced on the walls, but Luma trusted her heart and followed the faint hum of a seahorse's song, leading her safely through. The seaweed forest, tall green towers that shifted like a maze. Suddenly, the forest moved on its own. It was enchanted. With the help of a playful crab named Tico, who clicked his claws in rhythm, the seaweed parted to show the way out. The Moon Jelly Lake, glowing jellyfish floated in silence, blocking her path. Luma was frightened, but when she sang a soft lullaby, the jellyfish began to swirl gently, creating a glowing bridge for her to swim across. At last, she reached it, the sparkling reef. It shimmered with crystal corals, glowing fish, and rainbow pearls that floated like stars. But at the center was a secret. The reef's light was fading. A shadowy eel whispered, The reef's heart has been stolen. Without it, the ocean will lose its glow. Luma searched and discovered the heart, a giant glowing gem hidden inside a clam guarded by the eel. Though small, she was brave. Using her quick tail, she darted around, tricking the eel into tying itself in seaweed. With Tico's help, she opened the clam and freed the glowing gem. When Luma placed it back in the reef, the whole ocean blazed with light, brighter than 1,000 stars. The sea creatures cheered, and the reef sang with colors. Luma realized that even though she was the tiniest mermaid, her courage was the biggest treasure of all. From that day, the sparkling reef glowed forever, guiding lost travelers home. And every time a child gazes at the glittering sea, they see the light of Luma's brave heart shining back. In the land of Starwood Forest, where fairies lit lanterns in the trees and painted moonbeams across the sky, there lived a fairy named Sarin. She was graceful and kind, but she had one mystery: Sarin never smiled. While other fairies laughed as they danced on flower petals or sang with the birds, Sarin's face always stayed quiet and serious. Some fairies whispered, "Maybe she doesn't know how to smile." Others thought, "Perhaps she has forgotten joy." But Sarin's heart wasn't cold. She simply carried a heavy secret. Long ago, when she was a little fairy, her favorite rainbow butterfly had flown away and never returned. From that day, she thought smiling would only make her miss it more. One day, the fairies prepared for the Festival of Lights, the most magical night of the year. Everyone decorated the forest with glowing lanterns, sparkling streams, and dancing fireflies. But without Sarin's smile, the forest didn't shine as brightly. A curious little elf named Pip noticed this. Pip was tiny, with messy hair and a mischievous grin. He decided he would make Sarin smile no matter what. First, Pip performed silly dances with acorns on his head. Sarin watched but only blinked. Next, he painted funny faces on mushrooms. Sarin sighed but stayed quiet. Finally, Pip whispered, "Maybe she needs something that belongs to her heart." So Pip traveled far to the Rainbow Valley where magical butterflies lived. After a long search, he returned with a glowing butterfly, Sarin's lost friend. When Sarin saw the butterfly flutter onto her hand, her eyes widened. A warmth spread across her face, and for the first time in many years, she smiled. It was the most beautiful smile in the forest, so bright that the lanterns glowed even stronger, and the Festival of Lights became the brightest in Starwood's history. From then on, Sarin learned that smiling didn't mean forgetting her sadness. It meant remembering the love and joy that still lived in her heart. And every night, with her butterfly friend by her side, Sarin shared her smile with the world, lighting up Starwood Forest forever. Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by silver rivers and golden forests, there lived a little prince named Leo. Though he was small, he was known for his big heart and courage. One evening, the royal gardener ran into the castle shouting, "Your Majesty, a strange plant is growing in the royal garden. Its fruit glows like the moon." The king and queen rushed to see. There, hidden between the roses, was a giant eggplant shining with purple light. The villagers whispered that it was magical, said to grant great wisdom to whoever protected it. But along with the glow came trouble. Dark shadows began creeping into the kingdom, hungry to steal its power. Brave Prince Leo decided, I will guard the glowing eggplant. No shadow shall harm our land. Armed only with a wooden sword and his loyal puppy, Spark, Leo ventured out at night. The shadows hissed and tried to scare him, but Leo stood tall. He remembered his mother's words. True bravery comes not from size, but from the strength of your heart. Leo swung his little sword, Spark barked bravely, and together they pushed the shadows away. When the last shadow vanished, the glowing eggplant burst into dazzling sparkles. From inside, it appeared a gentle forest fairy. "You have freed me," she said kindly. "This eggplant was my prison. For your bravery, Prince Leo, I bless your kingdom with everlasting peace." From that night on, the garden glowed softly under the stars, reminding everyone that even the smallest prince can be the bravest of all. And Leo? He grew up not only to be a wise king, but also the boy who once saved his kingdom with nothing but courage, kindness, and a glowing eggplant.